6 things that happen to your body when you drink coconut water every day. There is a drink that has been consumed for centuries in tropical regions around the world as natural medicine, hydration, and nourishment. A drink that modern science is studying with growing interest and that keeps surprising researchers with what it reveals. It is not a processed juice. It has no artificial coloring or preservatives. It comes straight from nature, ready to drink. I am talking about coconut water. And if you think you already know everything it is, stay with me because there are at least 3 things on this list you have probably never heard before. Today I am going to show you 6 concrete changes that happen inside your body when you drink coconut water every day. With the science behind each one and exactly how much you need to get those benefits. Let us begin. Change number 6. Your body hydrates more efficiently than with plain water. Let us start with the most well-known benefit, but one worth explaining in depth because most people do not understand why it actually happens. Coconut water does not hydrate simply because it is a liquid. It hydrates with exceptional efficiency because it contains a natural combination of electrolytes your body needs to carry that fluid into the interior of your cells. Potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus. All present in proportions that closely resemble the composition of the fluids inside your own body. When you sweat, you do not only lose water. You lose electrolytes. And if you replace that loss with plain water alone, rehydration is slower and less complete. Coconut water replenishes both at the same time. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition compared coconut water with commercial sports drinks and plain water after exercise. Coconut water produced hydration comparable to sports drinks without the added sugar, artificial coloring, and synthetic flavors those drinks contain. 1 glass between 240 and 300 milliliters after physical activity or on intensely hot days is enough to take full advantage of this benefit. Change number 5. Your blood pressure starts to regulate. This is the change with the greatest impact for people with elevated blood pressure, and the mechanism behind it is more interesting than it might appear. Coconut water is one of the most concentrated natural sources of potassium that exist. A 240 milliliter serving can contain around 600 milligrams of potassium, more than a medium banana. Why does potassium matter so much for blood pressure? When the body has too much sodium in the bloodstream, it retains water to dilute it, and that extra fluid volume increases the pressure inside the arteries. Potassium acts as the natural counterweight to sodium. It tells the kidneys to expel excess sodium through urine, reducing that fluid retention and relieving blood pressure in a direct and measurable way. A clinical study published in the West Indian Medical Journal followed people with hypertension who consumed coconut water regularly for 2 weeks. The results showed significant reductions in systolic blood pressure, the top number, in the majority of participants. This does not mean coconut water replaces medication for hypertension. But it is a natural ally with solid evidence behind it when consumed consistently as part of a healthy diet. Change number 4. Your digestion improves and your gut finds balance. Coconut water has a specific effect on the digestive system that very few people know about. It contains small amounts of dietary fiber and natural enzymes that facilitate digestion. But the most interesting part is its effect on the pH environment of the intestine. Coconut water has a slightly alkaline pH, around 5 to 5.4. Which helps counteract excessive acidity that can cause digestive discomfort, acid reflux, and an intestinal environment that favors the growth of unwanted bacteria. It also provides lauric acid, a medium-chain fatty acid with antimicrobial properties that helps balance the gut microbiome without disrupting the beneficial bacteria you actually need. For people with sensitive digestion, frequent bloating, or occasional constipation, drinking coconut water on an empty stomach in the morning can make a noticeable difference within just a few weeks. Change number 3. your skin starts looking different from the inside out. The connection between coconut water and skin is not just marketing. There are concrete mechanisms behind it. First, the cellular hydration we mentioned earlier has a direct and visible effect on the skin. Well-hydrated skin cells look fuller, more elastic, and show fewer fine lines. Second, coconut water contains cytokinins, molecules that promote cell regeneration and growth. These same cytokinins have been studied in anti-aging skin research for their ability to slow down the aging process at the cellular level. Third, its vitamin C content, though modest, contributes to collagen production, the protein that maintains the firmness and elasticity of your skin. And finally, the antimicrobial properties of the lauric acid we mentioned for gut health also have an effect on the skin when consumed regularly, helping to reduce from the inside the presence of bacteria that contribute to acne and skin blemishes. Changes in skin from internal hydration are not immediate. They generally start becoming noticeable between 2 and 4 weeks of consistent daily consumption. Change number 2. Your metabolism gets support for a healthier weight. Here is an important point to clarify before getting into the benefit. Coconut water does not directly burn fat. No single food or drink does that on its own. But it does support the process of maintaining a healthy weight through real, documented mechanisms. First, it has very few calories compared to most drinks people consume. Between 45 and 60 calories per 240 milliliters, compared to the 110 to 150 in a commercial orange juice or the 140 to 180 in a soda. When you replace high-sugar, high-calorie drinks with coconut water, you significantly reduce your total caloric intake without feeling like you are depriving yourself of something satisfying. Second, the electrolyte combination in coconut water helps regulate the functioning of the thyroid and adrenal glands, two systems directly involved in the speed of your metabolism. Third, being properly hydrated with the right electrolytes improves your body's ability to oxidize fat during physical activity. Even mild dehydration significantly reduces metabolic performance during exercise. 1 glass per day as a replacement for another sugary drink is the simplest and highest impact change you can make to your daily routine. Change number 1. Your blood sugar levels stabilize naturally, and we arrive at change number 1, the one that surprises people the most because it seems contradictory. Coconut water is sweet. So most people assume it must spike blood sugar. But the reality is considerably more interesting. Coconut water has a low glycemic index, around 54, significantly lower than most fruit juices consumed as a healthy alternative. That means even though it contains natural sugars, they are absorbed more slowly and gradually, without causing the sharp glucose spikes that damage arteries over time. But there is something else coconut water does that goes beyond the glycemic index. It contains magnesium and potassium, two minerals that are essential cofactors for the proper functioning of insulin, the hormone responsible for moving glucose from the bloodstream into your cells. When these minerals are at adequate levels, insulin works more efficiently, reducing the insulin resistance that is the first step toward type 2 diabetes. A study conducted with diabetic rats found that regular consumption of coconut water reduced fasting blood glucose levels and improved markers of oxidative damage associated with diabetes. Human studies are still limited, but the mechanisms are biologically plausible and consistent with what we know about magnesium and potassium in glucose metabolism. For people looking to maintain stable energy levels throughout the day without the crashes typical of sugary drinks, coconut water is one of the best alternatives available. Let us recap the 6 changes that happen in your body when you drink coconut water every day. Number 6. Your body hydrates more efficiently thanks to its natural electrolytes. Number 5. Your blood pressure starts to regulate thanks to potassium. Number 4. Your digestion improves and your gut microbiome finds balance. Number 3. Your skin starts looking different from the inside out. Number 2. Your metabolism gets support for a healthier weight. And number 1. Your blood sugar levels stabilize naturally. 1 to 2 servings per day of natural coconut water, ideally fresh directly from the coconut or in versions with no added sugar, is enough to start noticing these changes. As always, if you have medical conditions such as kidney disease or diagnosed diabetes, consult your doctor before incorporating it regularly because the high potassium content may require special considerations. If this video was helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe if you want to keep discovering what natural foods really do inside your body. See you in the next video.